I appreciate all that, the support, I really do, and I'd like to pass it on to the trustees that were elected as well, starting at the end with trustee Mike Kennedy.
I am Mike Kennedy. I've lived here for 9 years. I've got into this, instead of sitting complaining about what's going on in my town, I wanted to be involved. So that's what started me in this, and I met John about a year ago. We started together and went through a lot of people, interview process, and we came up with a good team. I feel we all get along very well, and I look forward to working with you guys. I think there's a lot of good to be done, and I'm very happy to be here.
I'm Tom Burks. I've lived in 4 different houses in Willow Springs with 50 years of my life here. I worked at Pleasantdale Park District all through high school and college. I've refereed basketball games. I've still been doing basketball games at Willow Springs School, Pleasantdale School. They're over 35 years. So I know a lot of people in this community, and I just have heard people complaining. I'm a cancer survivor. I've been on disability, but I have lung cancer. I was diagnosed in 2013, and I live a normal life. Other than I got a bad hip and I move like the old man that I am, I guess. But I've always cared about Willow Springs and the residents here. One of the best things about this whole process for me was getting in touch with people I haven't seen in 10, 20 years and talking, because I do like to talk. You'll never have a problem with, I don't think any of us, we like to, we will listen. And we think that's something that this community was lacking, is the board to listen to what you have to say. We can't promise miracles, but we're sure gonna try.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Melissa Nettermeyer. I have lived in Willow Springs for over 30 years, and I will keep it brief and just say thank you. I'm honored to be sitting up here and look forward to getting to work.
In closing, I'd just like to say that we're not going to live in the past. I don't want people coming up to me and talking about casting dispersions on the former administration. I don't want to hear that nonsense. It's like BJ and AJ, before John and after John. I can't move forward if we live in the past. So I don't want to hear how you were wronged or how this or who. Let's move forward, okay? Let's work together, move forward, respect one another. Life is short enough as it is. And I found that out on March 13th when my wife found me unconscious in our house. I was a victim of septic shock, which I've never heard of in my life. And thanks to Tri-State Fire Department, they moved me quickly to Hinsdale Hospital, where I had 5 IVs, 3 of them in my neck and 2 in my arm. I had 105 fever, my blood pressure 40, and I didn't know my name. My body was shutting down March 13th, and I'm blessed to be here. So with that, life is short. So my health is back, I'm up and running, but you never know one day to the next what could happen. And I'm fortunate that I made it through it, and Tri-State did a great job. And the condition I was in, for them to see me laying in the conditions I was in, was probably, like I was on many calls in my day as a police officer, and just imagine the sight they had to see when they found me in the bathroom. So I went there, I brought them some donuts. I hope they like donuts. I thanked them. I wrote them a letter. I met the fire chief. It's a great organization, as the mayor said. It's a great fire agency, and we have good protection. So I'm grateful for that. I was able to use their services already. So with that, like I say, we're just, I'm not about titles, and it's not about me, and if you don't agree with me on something, feel free to tell me, as my wife does every day. Like I say, I've been married 43 years, and I never knew how stupid I was until I married my wife. So thank God. No, we're blessed. We get along fine. I have a 32-year-old daughter. So with that, I think I'm looking forward to working with the village clerk as well, and getting the guidance from the current village administrator. We'll need his help to find out where all the bodies are. So, just kidding. Well, it is Willow Springs, and they had the CalSag, I mean, it has a history. But all kidding aside, I'm very grateful and thankful for everyone that's here and for the party that ran with me and for helping me run a campaign. And no disrespect to anybody, you know, everyone, we ran a campaign, we won. That's the United States of America, God bless America. My grandparents came over here from Austria and Italy, and here I am sitting here at the dais as the village president. Who would have thought, after 40 years of being a cop, that, and I've helped a lot of people run for office that were police officers, and there is a progression a lot of times where police chiefs go on to be mayors and village presidents. So I'm honored to be here to represent the village of Willow Springs for the next 4 years. And with that, on the 11th, we'll be here to officially be sworn in, just to have a ceremony with our families. And I thank the mayor this evening for a smooth transition and agreeing upon some issues that we agreed upon. So that's all I have to say. At this time, I would ask that someone make a motion to adjourn this meeting. Moved and seconded. Clerk, could you take a roll?
Trustees Kennedy,
Aye.
Burks, Nettermeyer, Imbrado, Stanfield, and Strazani. Motion carried.
Meeting's adjourned.